Hey YouTube, happy Saturday. Well, it's our job to report the news, right? The sector news. Anyway, of course, I knew about the situation going on with J.Wilson. I figured yesterday it would be kind of tacky of me to make a video about what's going on with him, because I know he was suffering, even though he came on to his page to say, "Oh, I'm not affected. Oh, I'm not pressed. Oh, I don't care," and all this stuff. But I've never seen that child so pressed. So this doxing thing is a painful thing. Just getting into people's personal lives, it's a very painful thing. I don't support it at all. But I'm confused by his response. Right? So he got doxed. Let's just say it like that. Where someone wants to find out if he is still working where he says he works. People do not believe he still works there. People believe that he has not worked there for a while, and that he's only pretending that he works there. And they have decided now, they found out where he works. They've posted where he works, which is, I think, a fear of his, because he kept saying repeatedly that I won't tell you where I work. I won't tell you where I work. Well, just acknowledge when something has affected you. I would respond to that better. But he comes on here and for 40-something minutes talks about Larry Nelson. And I have to ask the question, because the question must be asked. What in the hell does Larry Nelson have to do with these people doxing you and posting your place of that you supposedly work? Or maybe the place where you work? Or threatening maybe to call them and verify if you work there or not. Verifying if someone works somewhere, verifying employment is a common thing. Anytime you apply for a credit card, you apply for an apartment building, people are always checking to verify your employment, right? So it can be done. This has obviously affected this boy, but he can't even come on and say how he feels about the situation at hand. He goes into this long tirade about Larry Nelson and his daughter. Now, why would you drag Larry Nelson back into that? Do you know how much those people put that boy through? They put that man through the ringer. I don't know why you would go and bring that man's name back up into this mess that you have now found yourself in. So it is wrong, J.Wilson. You have an issue with somebody, just talk about your issue with that person. It's probably very similar to the feeling when Tracy saw her neighborhood posted online. It's just an invasion of privacy. Tell us about how that worked. How did that feel? What is your response to that? But dragging that man and his family into this with this person again is wrong. 40-something minutes, all about this dude, like you're so concerned about their well-being. Showing pictures of them. Here they are. Look at them. Because the little girl's in the back seat or something like that. Don't do that to Larry Nelson. He didn't deserve that. He didn't deserve that. You're going to say something that's going to piss this girl off again, or these people off again, and then they're going to be attacking him again. And it is wrong, 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 wrong. Larry Nelson has nothing to do with your situation. Fight your own battles. Fight your own battles. I know how this feels. This thing has happened to me before. People going all into my criminal records and so forth. Although it's never been a secret. You personally going into my financial situation. I thought that was painful to me. That somebody would invade my privacy. I mean, it just seemed wrong that somebody would invade my privacy that way. There's some things you don't do. And this is the result. Months ago, with that $25 donation, you were warned. You were warned then about grabbing every dollar. Here's what we get. So he hasn't even made a response. He's in there telling, "Oh, I'm fine. Oh, I'm great. Oh, I'm wonderful." That's very Trumpian. Nothing bothers me. And it was so obvious. I mean, the only thing missing from that scene was there was no sweat, balls of sweat rolling down your face. It was a pitiful display. I mean, I don't encourage people to dox anybody. I think that's wrong. I think sometimes you come across information that personal information. I would say that I would probably be guilty. I didn't never dox you. What happened was someone else put information in a comment, and I kind of ran with it without investigating. What's the word they use? Whatever the word they use when they investigate something to find out if it was true or not. So I put it as a question: Who are these people? So I mean, from what I understand, it didn't turn into anything. So you have to figure your way out of this thing. It is an uncomfortable thing. It's something that has happened to a lot of us, and now you get to see firsthand experience what effect that has on you, and how does that make you feel. Perhaps you would keep that same energy when you're dealing with other people. When you're dealing with other people, what was the point in those people going down to Tracy's ex job? Isn't it the exact same thing? Isn't it the exact same thing? Invading a person's privacy, as if you have a right to go stepping with your bare feet into someone else's life. It's wrong then, it's wrong now. But it ain't got nothing to do with Larry Nelson. I mean, I don't talk to Larry Nelson very much with cordial. I don't think he needs to be drugged through this thing again, though. I really don't. And I don't know why you're even bringing his name up, let alone making 45 minutes where you say nothing about your situation, only about his in the past. After it took him months to crawl out of the situation with those people. Now you're throwing him back in it, throwing him under the bus for no reason. It's got nothing to do with him. Why are you showing, if you have just been offended, why are you showing a picture of him and his family? The whole video, him and his family. What has it got to do with Larry Nelson? What has it got to do with this girl? You're bringing that whole thing up, just throwing the names around like you have some concern about what went on in that family. You had no concern then. Fight your own battles, J.Wilson. Leave that man alone.